try to redo my video, as I got a couple of comments yesterday and I didn't realize it until after it was published, but my video was 1 minute and 18 seconds, so you missed out on the whole haul just about. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this again. I don't have everything because I can't remember what all I got, but I will show you what I do remember. Okay, and this is not going to be in certain order, but it's going to be from Ollies, Walmart, and Dollar Tree. Alright, so at Dollar Tree, I got some decorations for my father's grave. His birthday is September 28th, and my mother, my sister, and I, we always change out, you know, from summer to autumn, and then in the wintertime we go to winter flowers and so forth. But anyhow, so I got something new for his grave to go along with what my mother has. And so, first of all, I got these real pretty flowers. And what we do is we normally cut them off and then stick them in some styrofoam. And then I got these real pretty leaves to go with it. And I'm going to go ahead and put the flowers inside of the leaves to show you what it would look like. I thought it was real pretty. When I did this in the store, I said, ooh, that is so pretty together. So let me get it fixed up the way that I had it. Bring these leaves down a little bit. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, so that's what it will look like on his grave. And then to go along with the flowers, we always get like a little decoration, and they have their scarecrows, you know, that are made out of cheap fabric and on a wood stick. But then I saw this and I went, this is a whole lot better because it won't wear out, and we may be able to use it next year. I got this, and this is something that you would stick in your yard, and it is so cute. It's adorable. And then this turns around like that. So I thought that was real nice, and when the wind blows on his grave, this will twirl around. So I got that for him. Yeah, my dad was a very special man. And then at the Dollar Tree, I got a 3-pack of glue. And it has clear glue. It says goes on clear, dries clear, and it's strong. Then I have an all-purpose. It says instant, strong, faster drying, dries clear, and then a fast dry for hard to hold something or another. I can't read the whole thing. And then it says dries clear. So I thought this was really neat. I've never seen this in the store I go to. We have 2 stores where I live, but I only like to go to one of them because they have the better selection. Now, so I got me some books at Ollies. I'll show you the books. This is really nice. I love this book. It is called Sewing Solutions, Tips and Techniques for the Savvy Sewist. And when I saw this book, I saw the sewing machine feet. And I says, oh, well, let me look on the inside, because I've got a whole bunch of different feet for my baby lock, and some of them I don't know how to use. I don't know what they're used for, because I went on Amazon and I got them as a pack. So anyhow, this book was $2.99, and regular retail price was $19.95. And this is the sticker on the back of it. Look at that. So I'm just going to go through this book real quick. I'm going to point out a couple of things that interested me about this book. The first section, it has different sections. It has like 5 sections, I think. No, 2 sections, but it has a lot of chapters. And the first section talks about tools and equipment, sewing tools, notions and trims, marking, measuring and cutting tools, and miscellaneous tools. So it goes into detail about everything. And then, nope, I thought the pages were sticking. Then it talks about bobbins, what you should know about bobbins, and it gives a handy tip about the bobbins, different types of stitches that your machine may use, and then it has more detail. So it also has like questions and answers in here too. the serger overlocker. Okay, so it talks about the different types of sergers. I have a serger. Mine is a Viking, which is right over here. Let me show it to you. That is my machine right there. And so I love my Viking. And I have done, I think I've done a demo on that once before. I'm going to have to look at my videos. If not, I'm going to do one. Now, this is what interested me. Like I said, my sewing machine feet, I have no clue what to use it for. So it's talking about the snap-on and screw-on feet. Now, like on my Kenmore machine, which is right over here, that uses the screw-on feet. My Baby Lock uses the snap-on, which is, it talks about the zipper foot, and it talks about the buttonhole foot and the button foot. It talks about the hemming foot. Now this, I have never used my hemming feet before, so this I'm going to definitely have to play around with and pull this book out. Seam finishing feet. And then it talks about the rolled hem foot. It talks about in the ditch foot. I got embroidery and quilting feet. And here's the embroidery. Here's what everything looks like. And then as you see, it goes into detail about the different feet. I am really going to enjoy this book. I stood in the middle of the aisle looking at this book. It talks about hand sewing needles. Now I'm going to go a little quick because I'm 11 minutes and I've only showed you a few things. It talks about hand needles, machine needles. Alright, and then chapter 2 is the notions and trims. Talks about all-purpose thread, elastic thread. Now I've never trims. They talk about applique. They talk about beaded and sequin trims. Talks about the different types of bias tapes. Now I have gone over bias tapes before in some of my videos. It talks about braided trims, elastic, the different types of elastic. There, lace talks about the different types of lace that there are. It talks about piping, welting, and corded edges. Piping. Now I have used piping. Piping is so easy to use. The pom-pom and fringes and ruffles. Ribbons, rickrack. I love to use rickrack. Closures and fasteners like buttons, the different types of hardware there are, like eyelets and what are they talking about? Eyelets and stitch rings and buckles and D-rings and all sorts of things. Hooks and eyes, snaps. Chapter 3 is marking, measuring, and cutting tools. This is called Simply Adorable Crochet, 40 of the cutest projects ever. And I love this spiral bound. Look at that. I like that. That is one thing that got me intrigued about this book. Now, the next page is page 10. Is talking about the stitches. Now this will show you the different types of stitches and how to make them. It talks about tips and techniques for assembling a figure, and then it talks about must-have tools, recommended materials. Then page 21, it starts off with making baby animals like goats, kittens, deer, donkey, nuts and berries, lambs, and daisies. And then page 65 is into the woods, and they have a bunny, strawberries, mushrooms, squirrel, acorns, Mr. and Mrs. Bear, roses, raccoon, apples and pears, Tweet Street, Cracker Family, butterflies and mice. And then page 119 is pretty posies and plants. flower basket, lily of the valley, wild rose and forget-me-nots, and chamomile, clover, and ladybugs. Then page 135, the sweetest things. Cup and saucer, which I really need to make that. Let me show you that. Page 136. Cup and saucer. I'm gonna make that. I think I've never seen a pattern for a cup and saucer before. Look at that. There's the cup. There's the saucer. Spoon and fork. Page 140. I mean, I would never think about a pattern for a spoon and fork. Look at that. Macaroons, cupcakes, donuts, candy. And then page 153 starts with bells, 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 and stockings and booties. Baby holiday shoes, let it snow, which is a snowflake. Holly jolly wreath, gift boxes, O Tannenbaum, and then it has abbreviations, page 177. There's 177. Here we go. It has the different types of abbreviations that's going to be in the instructions. And I'm going to show you the contents page because I really like the way they have it laid out. They have the pictures to go along with what the pattern is. Oh, and this book was $3.99. Retail price was $21.99. Let me just skim real quick. All right, here's the must-have tools. So it shows you, you know, the tools that you need. And I think this is about the yarn. Yeah, about the yarn. And it also talks about the stuffing and plastic safety eyes and all that stuff too. Let me show you the pattern instructions for something. Let's see here. Let me see. Here, I'll show you the instructions for the cup and saucer. Alright, here's the instructions page right here, and then right here it shows you the stitches that are being used. Talking about how to piece things together and detailing. So anyhow, I love this book. That's going to be a good fun book for me. That's going to go in the living room next to the couch and my crochet bag. I have one of those crochet bags that stand up. Alright, the next book I'm going to show you is called Stitching for the Kitchen, 30 Easy Projects for the Heart of Your Home. This book was $1.99 and retail was $22.95. And it has full-size patterns. Look, in the back has an envelope. Inside of the envelope, full-size patterns. Look at that. So I'm going to I'm going to probably make everything in this book, and I'm going to do some tutorials on this, and I'll be able to send you the patterns because I can scan these patterns on my printer and then put them in the description box as a PDF. At least I'm hoping I can. We will see. I've never done that before. But anyhow, I'm going to just really quickly show you a few things that are in here that intrigued me. Alright, here's a really cute apron, for instance. You do an applique on it, use bias tape. Let's see, it says that you need 1 yard of fabric for the body part of it, 1 yard of fabric for the cupcake top, and bias binding. So you make your own bias binding. But if you don't want to make your own, then you can use store-bought. Back quarter for the cupcake bottom. Back quarter for the heart. Oh, there's a heart on top of it. And a 1/4 yard of fusible interfacing. Supplies, cupcake template, apron pattern, which all that is in this book, in the envelope back here. Embroidery lettering guide, which is on page 133. Transfer paper and a pencil. General sewing supplies, which is on page 120. They'll tell you, let's go to page 120. Okay, and then right here it tells you essential techniques. Oh, I didn't know this. They have the different types of presser feet in here too. Okay, good. Let me get back to my apron because I took my finger away from the prod. Here we go. You need fusible thread. I don't know what fusible thread is. I'll have to find out. Matching all-purpose sewing thread, embroidery floss, and an embroidery needle. So you're going to be embroidering by hand, but you can also embroider on your machine if you want, because it does have the template for the letters, and I'm pretty sure that on the powder piece it's going to show you where to center it. But anyhow, there you go. That's the apron right there. And what was the other? Oh, this right here. Look at these napkins. Vintage napkins. Oh, I want to make some of those too. And they have a bag holder. They have a casserole carrier, a teapot cozy, a doily runner, a child's apron, mitt, and chef's hat. I'm going to make that. That's going to be cute. Make that for my grandchildren. Snack bags with cutouts. Oh, I didn't even notice these were in there. Look at that. And I've got some clear plastic. Red work napkins, which is white napkins with red embroidery floss. Let's see. A pot holder, a quilted wall hanging. This is really cute. I like this too, and I'm going to make that. I don't quilt, but I'm pretty sure that's easy enough for me to do. A wine bottle holder made out of an old sweater. More embroidered towels. A baby bib. Cupcakes, oven mitt, which is this right here. So anyhow, that's just a few things that's in this book. And here it is, 10 minutes. Now, I went to Walmart, and I don't remember all that I got there either, but I do have a few things here. I have a wash and gone stabilizer. And this is not the clear stuff that you would normally see to do embroidery. So I'm going to cut off a little piece, and I'm going to do something like simple sewing, embroidery sewing on my machine, and then I'll take it to the kitchen and see what happens. I'm not sure how to use this, but there's instructions here. It's from Pellin, and it's 541 wash and gone. And take the rubber band off of this, and then I can see how you, wait a minute, here we go, hold on. It's for many quilts with very narrow seam allowance, easily quilted using the wash and gone. Just draw the sewing lines on the wash and gone and start sewing. Wash out in cold water. Do not tear off. Press seam when completed. Oh, so this is like for quilting. For the seams? I don't know. I'm going to have to get on YouTube and watch a video on that. Okay, and then the last things that I remember that I got are some fat quarters, and these are for autumn. And fat quarters are 18 by 21 inches. So I got this one here, and they were 97 cents, as you can see. And it just says fall assortment. It doesn't have like colors or whatever, but it's from fabriceditions.com. I'll have to go on their website then and see if they have anything else. And then I have this one, and of course they're made in China. I was just reading on the label, they're made in China, but they're 100% cotton. Centimeters, they're 45.72 by 53.34. And then this one right here. Okay, that's all I can remember that I got. So you have a good day or a good night whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe and click the like channel and leave comments and questions. Bye bye for now.